guys, welcome to All Shoot Comics. Our topic, we're your host, Kirby Kidd.
Black Superman.
Age of Astron.
Also known as David Clark.
Walter Bryant.
And Ashton Elledge.
Whew, good. And today we're talking about Civil War. This is the full review. Spoilers. That joke I just made, you will get if you stick to the end of the video.
Oh, man.
It's going up. It's going up.
You had to know.
So we're doing Civil War. Spoilers are on the table, so if you haven't seen it, tough. Because we're going to ruin it for you right now. So first, let's talk about the Sokovia Accords and which side each person was on. It was kind of... They didn't really go into it as much as they did in the comics, you know. But what we got of it is you have to fight for the government or you retire, and those
are your choices.
That's basically it, yeah. You know, I mean, how do you guys feel about that?
I honestly... I was team Iron Man walking in, and I walked out team Iron Man. I agree.
You learned nothing, basically, what you're saying.
No, I mean, I feel like they needed accountability. They needed to be governed. I didn't agree to it to the extent that they had it in the movie, where the government, there was a World Council, and they were the ones who decided when you deploy.
That's how they work.
Right, but I did feel that they did need some sort of accountability. They can't just walk around killing 20 Africans and walk away.
Of course they can.
But see,
who you gonna come when Thanos comes?
See, okay, here's my problem with how this all went down. Because Tony basically stabbed everybody in the back because he felt guilty about something he caused. Now, Cap and the rest of the Avengers, they're basically dealing with the fallout of Tony's screw-up. Not theirs. They went out there to fix the problem that he set up. He killed a bunch of people, and they're dealing with it. But everybody else, you know, they're out there and they're trying to do the right thing. Wanda did screw up, but it's not like they blew up the place and then left like everybody seems to make it out to be. Cap called in rescue. They went up into the building. They were trying to help, or at least it looked like that's what what they were getting ready to do with it. It was a cutscene. So it's not like they're doing all of this without any kind of thought whatsoever. But Captain America made a point in the very next scene that you have to agree with. They're fighting for the world, not for one or two people, for the world. And when you're fighting for the world, a few people are going to die. And if you can't learn to live with that, then at one point or another, you're going to run into something that's going to be too big. People are going to die, and you're not going to fight it because you're going to be afraid of the consequences.
Right. You don't want to have to go out there and fight Galactus if Fox ever lets it happen, and then worry about afterwards.
Smoke.
Well, you know, I beat Galactus. I destroyed the Empire State Building by accident. It's not my point, but I beat Galactus. I saved the entire planet. Am I going to jail now? Because if you do that, heroes aren't going to come out. Because remember, heroes are doing what they do not because of money, not because of some government. They do it out of the goodness of their heart.
Except for Luke Cage.
But you know, if you're going to ask someone to go out there and fight the Mad Titan, who will be literally God by the time they see him, you can't worry about breaking like Antarctica. That might happen.
But no, what I was about to say is, you know, we've got the Avengers. Let's say we have them being controlled by the World Security Council, and then I don't know, not only Galactus but the Skrull and the Kree show up, but they're not attacking us yet. They're attacking the Shi'ar. The Avengers get called by the Shi'ar to go help. They can't go because the World Security Council says no. But if we let the Shi'ar fall, we're next.
Or let's say the Skrull come and strike a deal with the world government. The world government says, "Step down. We're allying with the Kree." Can
they come, or are they owned by Marvel?
The Shi'ar are X-Men.
Okay, the Kree. Let's say the Kree come, and the Kree are like, "We need your help in fighting some other thing. Do what we say or die."
Or whatever.
And then the world government decides, you know what? Let's go ahead and just give in to the Kree, or whatever happens to be the new order. Then the world has given itself over, and the heroes can't fight because they gave some. I
get what you guys are saying. There are a lot of flaws in giving the government such amount of power, but I want to say that this was the first time I feel like Tony was making a decision that wasn't selfish.
No, it was selfish. He felt bad.
I feel like this is an evolution of Tony Stark's character. If you go back to Iron Man 1 and go through all of the movies that he's appeared in, he's constantly evolving and changing as a character. And in this one, I feel like he is very mature. in his decision.
Well, I mean, I think the only way we can tell if he was really if he's going to be mature is if he decides not to fight and he gives over the Iron Man. That's the one. That's the one thing he won't do, which is still him agreeing with Cap. Cap says, "I'm not going to fight for you." Not giving them the Iron Man is still not obeying the Accords.
Yeah, this is all very reactionary of Tony. I mean, like, some woman walks up and says, "You killed my son," and then the guy was a Peace Corps operative or whatever, and it was awesome that what the guy was doing, and I totally understand it. It would suck to die that way. However, I can't allow the death of 100,000 people to steer me away from saving 7 billion people.
All right. Look, my whole philosophy when it comes to comic books, I'm very much Magneto. Those with power don't get to be ruled by those without it. Simple as that. Because the moment you try to put change on them, that's when the good heart people start saying, you know what? No.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And later on in the movie, Clint made that exact point. When they're on the raft, and he's like, this is supposed to be for the bad guys. When do we become the bad guys? I mean, and
you brought up a good point about that.
Yeah,
that is a good point.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm still Team Iron Man.
And these are these people that they have in cages. I mean, at the end of the movie, Cap breaks them out. But these are the same people that when the next alien invasion happens, they're gonna go open the cell and say, "Hey, sorry about that. Could you come help us?"
But I took at the ending. I took Steve Rogers coming out of the shadows as him freeing them, and they're the Secret Avengers now.
Right, but I'm saying though, had he not done that,
they would have.
They would have come. And they're still going to do that because Tony has the cell phone. They're going to beg them to come back, like with Hulk, how they do all the time in AVX when they need help find the Juggernaut Colossus Phoenix and Scott Summers Phoenix, which was awful. They had to go. The whole Avengers lineup went to beg Hulk to come help them. But this is the same guy probably last week y'all were firing at. Mm-hmm. And you definitely can't trust Ross.
Send him off the planet.
Yeah. Let us know down below, who do you guys think is right? Captain America or Iron Man? There is an actual correct answer, and we all know it's Captain America, but we will entertain the Iron Man option. Spider-Man. He's back. He's home. You look less than amused.
Queens!
Oh, okay.
I just really like that title scene when Queens popped up. I was like, oh my god! Finally.
I liked it. I thought it was great.
You know what? Like, when it came down to it, the two Spider-Mans they came before. Okay, this kid is as good at being Peter Parker as Tobey Maguire was. I mean, he captured the, I don't know, kind of awkwardness of it. Yeah, like he's smart, and you can tell he's smart, but he's very, very socially awkward. And let's face it, the Amazing Spider-Man movies didn't capture that at all. This kid was way too cool. People liked him way too much.
Right.
That is not Spider-Man at all. Which again, for all the people who complain about the Spider-Man suit looking incredibly CGI, remember, you do that with the Spider-Man suits so that when you CG these effects, you can't tell when they move.
Right.
So you need the incredibly fake looking suit.
There were some spots where the CG was kind of really noticeable, especially when Iron Man had his helmet off. And it was more noticeable than it has ever been in any other movie.
To be fair, though, there was a lot of stuff happening there.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as what people make it out to be, but it was noticeable.
Yeah, when Iron Man is down after the fight with Cap at the end of the movie, which I guess we're gonna talk about a little bit later. But when Iron Man is down at the end of that fight, you can definitely tell that he's not in armor; that he's actually just wearing one of those suits.
Right.
Because the way that his ankles and feet move, it's impossible for a man wearing armor for his legs to do that when he's laying there and he has no power in the suit. It's just not gonna happen. So
I think Marvel's just like, screw it, dude. We're gonna make $1 billion regardless. Let's not even, fire like 3 of the CGI guys. It don't even matter.
Or actually give them pay raises and then vacation time.
No, that's not gonna happen. This is Disney we're talking about.
Aunt May was great.
Yeah.
Mr. Torme.
Play Aunt May?
Yeah. like she's so close to his own age that he was calling her May. Not Aunt May. Right. He was like, May. Dude, I
was like, did you just call your aunt by her first name?
Obviously not a black aunt.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I was during the movie, I went to www.doyouwannabeUncleBen.com and put my application in.
Right? Because like,
hot.
like what was, I mean, Tony was
Marissa
like,
Tomei,
you're Aunt Man.
Yeah.
He might be Uncle Ben pretty soon.
That's my theory. I'm thinking Tony's gonna some kind of way end up.
Pepper
Uncle
stepped
Ben.
out. The job is open.
The job is. I think Tony might be applying to another job.
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony, yeah.
Wait, what if that
Hey,
means Tony dies?
he's in Homecoming.
What if
He's a major
they
player
get
in
married?
Homecoming.
What if Tony becomes like his stepdad?
I think
Well, then we find out that Tony's
He raises-
middle name is Ben. Tony Benjamin Stark.
like his name is Ben. Why you say that there? But I think the next one's probably gonna be Iron Spider.
Yeah, it's
And-
definitely-
which will lead to
definitely
him being
that
on Cap's team eventually. But Spider-Man was fantastic. The fighting was great. I loved like the fight scene, and we can talk about Black Panther and Ant-Man as part of this too. The fight scene at the airport.
But there are so
It's
many
amazing.
other fight scenes that happened before. There's a few
But
others
like,
that happened.
I mean,
before
but
that.
that's like that was.
Well, let's talk about like the progression of the fight scenes in the totality of the movie. When you get that first one with Cap and his new formed Avengers, oh man, the choreography.
Oh, in that little city.
Yeah,
with,
in Africa.
they just ate
That-
through those guys.
That
Okay.
was especially Nats.
Which
stuff.
which leads me to my first letdown. Crossbones.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was hyped up way too much for that.
Yeah, like we've talked about how awesome he was. Like with everything that you've seen about Crossbones, he's in this movie for about 5 minutes. Cap kicks the crap out of him and he blows himself up.
He has a pop figure though,
And his pop figure is way cooler than he was in this movie.
just like
I was
Phasma.
expecting to see him back.
Just like he is the Phasma of this movie. And we saw Red Wing, which is a drone.
Which is way better than a Red
He
Falcon.
is way better in this movie. He has missiles. He's got the shield thing going on.
Right?
Dude, yeah,
Right?
It's just getting better and better.
realistically
They
speaking,
gotta be carbon fiber.
Right? Yeah, Gordon Spider-Man.
realistically speaking, Falcon has never been this cool. I mean, ever. As Captain America, maybe. But Sam Wilson has never been this cool.
I mean, he went from an underground rapper to
he got burned real bad, joined the military, and became Falcon.
man.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, you lose to Eminem that bad in that one rap. That's, you know, you got nowhere else to go.
By the way,
Join the military.
I would've changed my name
Eminem does
to
exist in
Sam.
the Marvel universe. By the way,
He does.
Yeah, this could actually be a thing. Which Eminem, Marvel, make this happen. Make that the official story. That'd be hilarious.
Sam Wilson.
Also known
7
as
minute-
Clarence.
But what about so Cap finally finds out where Winter Soldier is, and they have that big fight scene in the hallway at the apartment building. Oh man, how cool is that?
That was like he threw this one guy off the railing. And he's like, "Come on, man!" It's
Can you
like,
stop killing people?
right? He's like, I'm trying to help you. You just
You just killed the other guy. Now you're killing this guy.
right? And when Winter Soldier, when you took that battering ram, it was hitting people. I'm pretty sure some of those guys died.
Yeah.
You can't take a battering ram to the chest and live,
Threw
No.
a couple of them through walls.
right?
You know, I
He
mean,
threw a
yeah.
brick at that one guy.
yeah. And then
Right.
Black Panther showed up,
More ways than one.
and
Yeah.
Black Panther, dude, I'm telling you, it really worked out well. The best scene for me was when he got shot by the helicopter. He was just like, "What are you doing? Like, stop it!"
I think it's just amazing what they were able to do with T'Challa in such a short amount of time. He probably in the entire movie had about 25 minutes to himself as a kid.
But he had the
Really
whole best arc.
But he had the best arc.
Like
yeah.
when they arrested Cap and Bucky, and then they were going to arrest the Black Panther. He takes his helmet off, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, you're no longer in trouble because you're you." Like everyone,
like a king.
no matter what side they were on, addressed him as Your Highness at all times. I
Yeah,
was
like-
like, "That's."
Walking down the hall, and you know, government officials are trying to be all BA, and they're like, "Yeah, so you're not going to a cell, you're going to an office, and we would hope that you would stay there."
Right, please, like, you know, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
please,
Yeah,
please.
and I like, I mean, at the end when he's confronting Zemo, he's all regal the whole time. He takes his helmet off all slow, places it in the snow. You know, it's like I thought, you
Retracts
know,
his claws.
yeah, I think he did really well. I love the scene where it was the face-off between Black Widow and one of his women bodyguards.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Shari?
yeah. And she
Mhm.
was like, "Move, or you will be moved." I think she could have done it.
She could have.
I think she could have done it
Definitely.
because Black Panther's chicks are bad, dude.
Man,
Yeah, but that would have been cool to see though.
Right? I mean, he was laughing. He's like, I would love to see this.
Right? I wish they would have done it a little bit.
For me, Black Panther, one of the coolest things about him, since they've started taking him more seriously, has always been he's as smart or smarter than Tony, but he's also like just way more. I mean, I don't know,
Focused.
not focused. He's like more mature, like way more mature, and to a point, he's so regal that it comes down to he's honorable. And
Right.
that honor makes him do things that makes you go, okay, in direct contrast with what Tony has done. You go,
Well, he's unique among all superheroes. He's not just a superhero. He's not just a rich guy. He's not just a guy who owns a company. He's a world leader of possibly the most advanced nation on Earth. Everyone else, they just go and beat people up. He's like, yes, I do this if I have to, but I also manage millions of people's lives.
Dr. Doom does that.
And Doom is amazing.
But
He's not a hero though,
he is to himself.
which is really all that matters.
And to the people of his country. If you paid any attention to this movie at all, and you're not, anyway, if you paid any attention to this movie at all, you walked out of there Team Black Panther. You had to. There's
Right.
just no other way to do it.
Cap and Bucky, and I'm assuming the freed Avengers are now all in Wakanda. That scene was cool. At first I thought, I'm like, okay, so it's black people, so clearly this is Wakanda people, but are they in Wakanda? Because Black Panther doesn't just take anybody from his house. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, let them come. And then it turns and you see the Panther, you're in Wakanda. I was like, it's about to go down.
But see, I wanted to see like all the turrets and stuff pop up out of the ground.
Oh, you won't. Next movie,
I know.
when Tony tries to walk into Wakanda.
There was no real reason for it. I just wanted to see it happen.
I want him to get a new shield from Wakanda.
My theory on this is
Better
that
shield.
he'll get the upgraded shield from Wakanda. Thanos will break it, and then Tony will give him the old shield back.
That's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
And we're gonna be kind of disappointed because the new shit was so cool.
Right? It'll have like energy abilities. It'll be able to fly.
Yeah.
It'll turn into another Captain America.
Right.
Okay,
Next
anyway,
up, a big surprise in this movie. You see, what I did there was Ant-Man finally going the other way and becoming Giant Man. That I honestly thought they'd never do it. I thought they would never do it.
it was great that they did Giant Man, but it was even better the way that Tony reacted to Giant Man.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
Like,
great.
give me my roadie back. Okay, does anybody else have any special abilities that they might want to share that might help us here?
Like, he had the vision,
Right?
and I loved the reaction that Scott gave when Vision went through him. He's like, something moved.
Right? I mean,
That was so good.
and I love when Spider-Man's like, hey guys, remember that really old movie called Empire Strikes Back? And I was like, oh, we're old.
Like, he's like, how old is this guy, Tony? It's like, shut up. He's old enough. He's on to something. Keep doing what
Right.
he's doing.
And I love when Ant-Man Cap threw that truck and it exploded. And he's like,
Oh.
I thought that was a water truck.
I mean, I gotta say, I really loved how they wrote. I mean, because not everyone had a story arc.
Right.
You know, we didn't
Yeah.
have Clint. You know, Ant-Man didn't have a story, but
It was
they were
hilarious.
able to still keep his character. It was just like
This belongs to you,
pluck-
Captain America.
They just plucked him out of
out of his own movie, and put him in.
and put him in.
And they didn't have to change him to make him fit.
He was hilarious.
He was
He was just so
You know?
good.
And
He
they
was so
carried
good.
over the fact that no one knows who he is. You know?
Like, who are you?
He's like, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. By the way, my theory on what happened after they captured Ant-Man is that I think Tony has access to the PIM particles now. The one thing that Hank told him
Hank is
not
like,
to do.
Scott, I told you to do one thing.
You had one job.
You had one
Don't let it
job.
start.
Don't have sex with my daughter.
Right.
And don't give away the PIM card. And you did them both.
I think my theory is that he's going to use the PIM particles to make the big house. Now, do you know what the big house is?
No.
It's the third of Shield's super prisons. So you have you have 42, which is the other dimension, which is in the negative zone.
What are they gonna put
Then
in
you
it?
have
They
the
killed all
raft.
The villains are dead.
Then you have the big house. Well, there's some new ones coming out. Obviously, I mean they're going to do something.
Yeah, the Vision already pointed out the fact that that there are astronomically more powered people coming up now
Right.
that the Avengers have come out. Now the Vision made it sound like it's their fault, but I think it's sort of something more like what's happening on the Flash, where it's just like or like with Man of Steel, where now that one person has come out with powers, like, oh, you know what? I'm not hiding anymore. I'm going to go out there and go do some stuff too.
Well, see, and I think one thing Vision didn't talk about was the fact that these threats were already out there. It was going to happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Kree always had plans for Earth. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is always going to happen, whether the Avengers formed or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very intellectually dishonest of him not to bring that up for being a human computer.
Yeah, but he's Tony's computer.
No, that's right. He's Jarvis. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so-
he's just like Jarvis.
He's still Jarvis.
Right. But yeah, I loved Ant-Man's humor. That was hilarious. I think the big house is coming, which will be great.
Speaking of humor, like I also like Winter Soldier and Sam's interaction.
Oh yeah, because like they're low key fighting for who gets to be the best friend.
Yeah.
Like, but I love the scene when they were in the car and Cap was making out with Peggy's daughter,
and
and they're like,
Yeah, that was like, it was so good. It was like such a guy movie.
right? They're like, yeah.
My boy.
By the way, how did you feel about Peggy giving the epic Cap speech from the comics?
That's terrible.
I thought it was awful. Because the speech was only really epic because of Cap saying it to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know? And it was like, you have to tell the whole world, no, you move. But she said it for no reason. Like, I feel like there was nothing, like,
Well,
there.
wasn't it Peggy telling her?
Yeah, she said Peggy would tell her that. Yeah, but that's
So-
not, I mean, that's...
I mean, they had to do it in that way because you got to realize that this is a movie and it's not going to be a direct rip from comics. So it has to...
He could have said it to Spider-Man.
But they never had any real interactions other than the
Brooklyn. Remember, he's like, well,
That was it. That
They
was
could've-
all
they-
needed.
Yeah, so he's
could've-
gonna. But see, what? He's gonna stand there and give him that speech while Spider-Man's holding up an airplane.
Cap could do it.
Cap is giving Spider-Man other speeches, though.
Well, yeah, but not while he's holding up an airplane the first time they met.
Right. Well, I mean, it would have been cool if maybe him and Tony both knew about Spider-Man and both tried. Like, Cap got there first, tried, didn't work, and then Iron Man would come. You know? Just that speech was only epic because of the circumstances around it. If you weren't going to do it correctly, you shouldn't have done it at all.
Yeah, but if Cap would have gone, Spider-Man would have had to use his old suit.
Nah, he would have
He wouldn't have gotten that cool suit.
he would have got it somehow.
He would have been wearing a Captain America suit. He would have been fine.
Right.
It would've been-
He was Spider America.
Wanda and the Vision, they're really starting to show that they're going to end up being a thing.
I hope so, because I want the Wiccan to be born.
Warner Brothers. Wanda and the Vision met in the last Avengers movie. They're starting to get to know each other in this movie.
Preach. Preach.
Superman met Lois Lane at a graveyard where she was trying to out him. And then he just started making out with her after he blew up a world engine. Why am I supposed to believe that the next thing they did was move in with each other and fall in, there's no build up, there's no nothing. They had no chemistry to begin with, and you didn't take any time to establish any. This is establishing chemistry.
DC, you suck.
I'm done.
You suck. Now,
You suck.
speaking about DC,
Oh, it hurts to say.
let's just
Right?
let's
It's like, we're here.
just do one last thing before this video's over. Let's compare BVS to Civil War, because they're essentially the same movie, except one
It's
worked
good.
and the other one is BVS.
I just like to say that I haven't seen a good comic book movie since February, so.
Oh snap!
It's gonna be really
Oh
difficult.
snap!
I mean, I gotta say, going into BVS, I kept telling myself while watching it, this is a good movie. It's good. It's gonna get
You were
better.
lying to yourself.
It's good. I like it. I love it. Oh,
No.
waking up. Oh, I mean,
The thing about the Dark
This is
Knight
terrible.
Returns that made it impactful was because you know that they're super best friends, and they had all these years as bros, and now they're fighting. You're like, oh, which is like with Captain America and Iron Man. They play that trailer where they go through every moment leading up to this fight. That shows emotion, impact. BVS, we just met. Let's kill each other. Okay. It was awful. Your boy sucks.
No, my boy is cool.
Is he?
Zack Snyder sucks. But anyway, and whoever greenlit that script is ridiculous. Okay,
that script
but
was terrible.
yeah, it was a terrible script. I mean, like, and I've said this in other videos. I'm going to say it again. You took two stories that deserve their own movies, slapped them together, and tried to turn them into something, and it just didn't work. I mean, The Dark Knight Returns deserves to be its own movie, but it needed to be a movie later.
Yeah.
Like, Superman and Batman could have met in this new movie, but this new movie right here should
After
have
the
just
Justice League.
BVS should have been
Yeah.
the final movie in these actors' run as the characters.
yeah, it should have.
And then it should have ended with Superman being at the graveside, realizing that Batman's still alive, and then he walks away, and then that's the end of their tenure as these characters. That's how it should have gone.
It should have.
It shouldn't be the first movie.
And then there were so many things, but that Batman getting manipulated by Lex Luthor that
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
And not
you
even
know?
the good Lex Luthor.
No,
But see, I always want to see a Kingdom Come movie. I don't want to see it until I know that Zack Snyder has nothing to do with it, because he will ruin Kingdom Come on me.
He will.
And that
You ruined if you.
He's still gonna use.
I can't even get it out, man. Whereas,
Or the
in
Flash.
contrast, Marvel Comics,
You do it again.
you guys just
80 slow clap. No. So guys, that's our review of BVS. No, I'm sorry. That movie was awful. This is our review of Civil War. Better movie. Get together, Warner Brothers. You're on notice.
sorry. I need 2 more minutes. All right, so the final battle, that final fight between Cap and Iron Man.
Beautiful.
It was great. Oh,
It was,
man, we didn't even talk
but
about
but
that.
but one manly tear, dude.
We didn't
Because
talk about that, did we?
no, we didn't. And when we get to that fight, and you know it's getting ready to happen. Cap knows it's getting ready to happen. Iron Man knows it's getting ready to happen. They both know what they're fighting for. Like Iron Man basically needs to kill Bucky. Captain America knows it's not gonna it's not gonna
Well,
let it
let's talk
happen.
about the why before we get into that, though, because
He killed his
it was
mom.
the big plot. But when did he find out?
Well, see,
When did Cap find out?
I think Cap probably found out on the way over there. They probably talked about it. I'm assuming.
You know, I think maybe because I've been thinking about this all like since I've seen the movie, and I think they mentioned it in Winter Soldier when he was in the bunker with the big
Oh,
Yeah, because
the computer dude.
yeah, because his dad's image was on the computer, and he was saying how he had to get rid of.
Oh
how he
yeah,
had to get
that's
rid
right.
of
They
some.
did hint at that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's known for a while. Oh, that's even worse.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't sure. He wasn't quite sure that Bucky did it. But then Bucky told him all that other stuff on the way in
Right.
about what dude wanted to know about. So by the time he got there, he was totally sure.
Yeah, but that video. That fight though was. It was sad. You know, and as
so
Zemo
good.
was saying, I'll tear them apart. It's in slow motion. You're seeing them fight, and you're like, oh my god. I mean, the Avengers they've always been the most dysfunctional team in comic books history. But dang, I'm like, it was so visceral, and then I loved when he takes the mask off of Tony, and then Tony thinks Cap's going to kill him, and he just takes out the arc reactor.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tony, I think Tony would have gone for the kill.
He
But Cap,
would've.
but Cap's showing you I'm better than you because I'm Captain America.
But why? I've never understood why. Like during that fight scene, I had always wondered why Tony didn't analyze what Cap was doing and come back with hand to hand.
He's not
like
playing that clearly.
Didn't he do that though?
no. The
Eventually.
armor decided to do it.
Yeah, Armor said you can't win. So he was trying to punch his way out. You're not going to out punch Captain America.
Yeah.
And when the armor said you can't beat him hand to hand, he's like, "Oh, analyze what he's doing." Really? You couldn't have thought to do that? I don't know. At the beginning of this fight, not that it mattered because Cap still won.
Right, which was the
Cap
best
still
thing.
won.
And and then he was like,
Yeah.
you don't deserve that shield. And Cap's like, whatever, boom.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
He really did win.
He never gives up the shield. He's like,
Yeah.
I beat you. I can come take it back if I need to. And then not only did Cap win the fight, both morally and physically, he then also was the bigger man and apologized and sent Tony a letter and said, if you need me, not just the Avengers, but if you need me, I will be there. Which Tony would never have done.
Nope.
Team
But-
Cap.
That's right. But remember, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. When Baron Zemo came up and he was like, "I need protection," and Tony was like, "What protection?" He's like, "No. I want Captain America."
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I want
Guarantee me.
Cap's word.
Like, because you'll back up. I know that if Captain America says it, I'll be protected.
Let us know down below how you guys feel about Civil War. Let us know what side you were on, the right side or Iron Man side. But until next time, guys, we've been your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Age of Astron, aka Iron Man Jr.
See you later, guys. Yeah, Ultron would be Iron Man Jr.
He would be.
Hey, guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
Black
Hey,
Superman.
Oh, he's going to say
3, 2, 1. Hey, guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Age of Astron.
Also known as David Clark.
Walter Bryant.
Son of a
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead. In my defense, I haven't done this in a while. Okay, let's go.